Today's workplaces are way different than they were before, but there's a reason for that.
I think that balance of this is work and this is personal time has been massively disrupted over the last 10 years, and you can't separate those two now.
Giving people an opportunity to move around, I think, makes for a better quality of life day in and day out than just sitting in one spot. But it also helps us work a little bit more efficiently and a little smarter.
The US workplace is becoming more effective and more collaborative, but still, 85% of people report being dissatisfied with their current workspace. Strong office design can make employees up to 33% happier at work, and happy employees are more productive.
My name is Rich Whalen. I'm the CEO of McCann, New York. Did you hit record? We've been wildly successful over the last 5 years, and we renovated our offices about 5 or 6 years ago. So, I mean, it's not the only thing, but I think it plays a big part. People spend a lot of time here, right? So you want to be able to make sure they feel good coming here, and they feel like we're giving them everything we need, whether it's a good chair to sit in, a nice view, the supplies, the coffee, things like that. They also want to feel like they work at a modern, innovative place. And to do that, it needs to pay off, right? You need to make it look like a modern, innovative place.
My name's Matt Dowd. I'm the owner and president of Planet. We're a full-service advertising and marketing firm. We moved over here, one, because we outgrew our space, but it gave us the opportunity to kind of step back and consider not just what we do as an agency, but how we do it and what type of environment will be the most productive. We worked with an agency, an architecture and design firm here in town called Gensler.
We walked them through a series of exercises to really better understand who they were, how they work. As we started to go through our typical design process, we reminded them constantly of the outcome of that session that we had together. We reminded them we were trying to use the space to tell a story, we were trying to use the space to celebrate their work, and use the space to support those kind of aspirational goals that we learned about.
What they helped us understand was people work in multiple ways. Sometimes you work intently by yourself, maybe you wear headphones, maybe you don't, but you're very focused. Sometimes it's a more collaborative conversation, 2 people. Sometimes it might be a group effort, 3 or 4 people. Sometimes it's a much bigger group. So thinking about how people work, how we like to collaborate, what type of clients we have, what kind of tools we use, all that came into play when we sat down with the architecture design firm to help.
What we do as a firm, what Gensler has done, is a ton of research around how we can create spaces that really meet that real estate need, getting smaller, but don't leave people needing more to be able to do their job.
Brainstorming and conversations can happen a little bit more on the fly, and people can feel more invited to involve themselves and kind of be part of that conversation, whereas at the old office, it was just a little more siloed because of the taller walls. The open offices can be challenging when a lot of people are joking around or having fun, which is a benefit of having the open office, but having the coffee shop, having more spaces to go and kind of hunker down when you really need to focus, there's more of that here, which is great. It does help, right when you sit down, you're like, okay, I'm in the right place, or it feels like a good, well thought out, well designed, inspiring place.
I think what designers have come to learn is you really have to design for all sorts of people. If you think about the millennial generation, there's a emphasis on quality of life. What happens as a result is a change in culture in the workplace. Interior design can change the way people work and behave and how they feel. It can actually increase employee satisfaction and productivity.
Research has shown that people who work away from their desks within the office tend to have higher effectiveness scores.
So it's hard to quantify that, but I will say it's helped us with recruitment. Whatever little +1 we could add to that equation when a potential employee is considering Planet versus another agency, I think the physical environment is one of those +1s. And keeping those good employees is important. So not just benefits like health and insurance and those kind of things are the reason people stay, but also just the quality of the environment and how you work with your coworkers. You know, I don't know that I can attribute directly we landed a new client because of this space, but I do think the pitches go better, we're winning more of them, they feel more like, all right, I like these people. You know, at the end of the day, clients hire people.
I've worked in many different places, some that are very cube farms, some that are a lot of offices. At McCann, it's very open office space. I particularly love it. I sit out in the open. You just cannot replicate that level of, I have a thought and I'm going to blurt out the thought, as opposed to, I have a thought, I have to call that person, or I have to email that person, or I have to set up a meeting. Nothing beats, you know, me just turning to my CFO and saying, you know, we need to talk about X, and just talking about it.